future. It's been a while. I'm glad to see you through the internet technology and time-space travel. But it's been a while. Life happened. I wanted to post a video about my Ipsy Glam Bag that I received yesterday with its really cool zipper pull. This is the first time I've ever received an Ipsy Glam Bag where I enjoyed the bag itself more than the actual products. The items in the bag was actually made for a vanilla bag, but a vanilla, like, very, very boring, dull bag. I'm not really happy with what the contents, but the last 3 months I was like rip-roaring excited about it. But this time, not so much, like even, not meh, but even below meh. But anyway, check out the zipper pull. The fabric is a nice fabric. I remember filming 2 spoilers videos about this in Glam Bag Plus, and it was so whimsical and fun to do right up here. And then life happened. My last video was Glam Bag X, the pick day. I haven't done an unboxing for it because I haven't received it yet. Today's the 21st, and it didn't ship until the 18th, so I'm still not going to receive it for another few days. And I've been quiet. Life happened. The Glam Bag X video I did with pick day, I showed off my privacy tree bush, which, if you remember, my spoilers video was about that, because this bag reminded me of my privacy tree that I loved so much. So since then, life happened, but part of that was that I have been bushwhacked. See, there's cars driving by and no privacy tree, because the day after I shot my last video, I was bushwhacked. The one guy initially just trimmed it for me to make me happy, and then the next day the other guy just annihilated everything. And when I did the pick day video for this, where I chose the Briogeo shampoo, this is my choice item, when I did the pick day for that, my ceiling fell down, and I talked about it in my video. And I knew that when my ceiling fell down, with the landlord and the inspector and blah, 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 it was an internal building issue that affects everyone. There's ceiling and issues everywhere in this building. I knew that the inspectors were coming, and to appease the inspector, the landlord was going to take care of landscaping and outside visual things that can be seen from the outside, and then let the inside rot, which is par for the course. So that's why I made these whimsical, like little videos for spoilers. But since then, besides that too, life happened, and I didn't do my next September Glam Bag video. I got to do that. But anyway, let me go on. This is the video of the shampoo that I chose. This is my first Briogeo product. I really enjoyed it. It's a scalp, you can see it backwards, Scalp Revival. It's made, the charcoal that it's made from is what cleans your scalp, and I really, really like it. I mean, I used it last night, and overnight I'm like, wow, my scalp is really clean. And then the shampoo is really, I like what it does for my hair. It's really nice. So my first Briogeo, I'm glad I chose it, but I'm thinking that maybe Ipsy decided that since I chose I don't want to say boring. I chose based on what I needed at the time, and I could use a good scalp cleansing shampoo. But I said no to a Glam Glow face exfoliator, and I love Glam Glow. I didn't choose that. You think I would, but I have so many face exfoliators, and they gave me another face exfoliator. And I also said no to this avocado body crop serum, only because I have so many face serums. But I love avocado. I love the body crop. The body crop can do no wrong. So I said no to those 2 items, hoping to get it, but I didn't get them. So let me start with, this is my choice item. This is my bag, and I'm going to keep the bag right here in my windowsill to remind me of my bushwhacked privacy bush. Don't touch my bush. My bush was bushwhacked. So I'm going to keep it here to remind me. I love this bag. And did you see September's Glam Bag? That's going to be my next video, and man, I hate that bag. I might not get it. That'll be my next video. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm going to keep my privacy bush tree bag right there. This is my choice item. This was the card reminding everyone that the next September Glam Bag choice is tomorrow at the time of this filming. That will be the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of August to choose for September. So here's the card for the August Glam Bag. You're reading it backwards, but it's Hotel Paradise, and it did give me the items. And there's not much. There's a scanner on there. There's another unboxer here on YouTube who brought up the point that why would you need to scan a card when you could just, the items are on the card. She made that point especially for when the items aren't on the card, and Ipsy gives you those little tips the tips are kind of like no-brainers. But anyway, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th is choice. I'm going to get the Glam Bag based on how choice goes tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm hoping for choice, I'm kind of hoping for like a refreshments razor, because that's what I could use. But I have no basis to believe that. And I haven't, I'll do my spoilers video for September. The 7 items, I only like 2 of them out of the 7. So that's my shampoo. I really enjoyed this. My first Briogeo. I'll try to get it more often when I can. And the next item, okay, here's another item I didn't like. This is the facial exfoliator. I would have, as far as facial exfoliators, I would have loved had Ipsy chose the Glam Glow one for me. But this one, it's gold fat and a microdermabrasion. It's a repeat for me. I received this in February. So a repeat for me. Let me know if you've ever tried this gold fat and dermabrasion. I like gold fat, and that's why Ipsy chose this for me. I'm always telling Ipsy I like gold fatten, but I get so many. I have a Kate Somerville. I have a First Aid Beauty for the body. I have so many face exfoliators. So, and then this I got as add-ons. I'm all over the place, but these are refreshments hair ties. I want to physically show them to you. They're really big. It's really optimal for if you have really long, thick hair, of which I do not. And then, see, for my thin, fine hair, I put it up the top of my head, like right up on my head, and I have to spin it around 3 times. But for an individual with thicker, longer, more lustrous hair, this is like a, I thought they'd be small. It's always hard to tell with the stock photo. Things always look smaller and smaller and smaller. So these are 3 of them. This was like the oomph to my bag, because when it was revealed to me, I'm like, yeah, let me get at least 1 add-on. And I chose these refreshment ties. I thought they were smaller. But they're very comfortable to sleep in, and they don't pull in your hair like elastic, so I needed it, so I got it. Speaking of things that look bigger than they are in the stock photo, this is another item Ipsy chose for me. It's that brand, you can't really see it because there's so much glare. It's that brand Bellapierre. There you go, it's backwards though. It's neutral. It is very small. So look, shoom, and then right there. It's like the size of my finger, and I have small hands, right? So it's a little tiny little sample of neutrals. Yeah. It's like, yeah. So the bottom row, I swatched it yesterday when I received my Glam Bag. The bottom row disappears right into my wrist, and the top row is a little darker. But I swatched it on my wrist yesterday. I didn't bother taking a photo because it just wasn't that impressive. But it lasted on my wrist for like an hour. So to imagine how it would wear on my eyelids. And of course I always use like eyeshadow primer. I have oily skin and eyeshadow fades. So when I swatch on my wrist, it's not just to see to feel the formula. And not so much like my skin tone. But as I said, the bottom row disappeared into my wrist. The top row lasted an hour. I like to see how long it lasts. Like, really good shadow will last on my wrist for a long time. So that's a terrific indicator of how long it would last on my eyelids with eyeshadow. So this is something I'm not even... Bellapierre, I mean, for me, I'm not impressed by the brand at all. For September Glam Bag Plus, there's a Bellapierre spoiler. It's a banana powder. And just because I don't think this performed very well, I just don't think, like, and Bellapierre at all is really that good because of my experience with this. But let me splice into, like, one of my favorite neutral eyeshadow palettes. So this here is my go-to neutral palette. It's Wander Beauty. I got this in, like, BoxyCharm maybe about 6 months ago. I don't wear neutrals very often, but when I do, I go to this one. If you can see the middle 6, I don't really mess with the blush or the highlighter. I don't really go to that. I have better blushers and highlighters that I prefer. But this one, there we go. So you can see I put a dent in it. These neutrals I love. And this is supposed to be like a vacation palette, like a little, because it's very tiny. I like tiny little full-size palettes. You know, they're compact but still full-size. But this is it. I like to dab it with my fingers and then blend with a blender brush. And it really brings out my green eyes, and I'm always surprised at how nice it looks. I don't really mess with neutrals that much, but this is my favorite. And it's not like, yeah, I'm not going to transition from this one to that one. I mean, I will always reach for this one. I'm not going to ever reach for this little Bellapierre one. But, you know, if you've tried Bellapierre yet, please let me know what you think of it. But this is Wander Beauty, and I love all 6 of these colors. I wore it when I had COVID last February. I would get, like, food and medicine delivered to me. And, of course, I'm wearing a mask, a mask when I enter the door. But I would wear this neutral palette, dab it on with my fingers and blend it. And it would just made me look and feel presentable. And it made me feel better in a lot of ways, this little palette. So because of that, I have, like, a slight emotional attachment to this palette. So I plan to wear it a lot in the winter and the fall. You know, it's obviously a daytime look. It's a neutral. But whenever I'm just feeling down in the dumps or just feeling like a meh feeling, I wear this and it's such a, neutral, subtle palette, and I just feel better about myself every time I wear it. So I have an emotional attachment to this palette, and it's particularly funny because it's meant to be a vacation palette. It's called Getaway. But mine is more like stay here. So this is the neutral palette that I really like. I got it in BoxyCharm like last December or something, November, and it was a surprise. Like, my favorite items in these subscription boxes are when I receive something, I don't expect much of it, but I use it for months, but when I received it, I didn't think I'd like it. So those are my favorite in subscription boxes. Let me know what you think of neutral palettes in general. Do you wear neutrals all the time? So yeah, and I very rarely wear neutrals. I'll go to that whenever I feel like it. I like that one a lot better than this. This is the kind of thing that most unboxers would say, oh, I'll give it away. But in my opinion, this isn't even worth giving away. I'm really unhappy with it. I don't like it. So what's the next item? Oh, okay, so there's 2 more that I do like. And yesterday when I received this, it got me out of bed. I'm, like, happy about it. So I was happy yesterday about a less than mediocre bag, but still, like, Ipsy Glam Bag is still fun because, I look forward to receiving. So let me go into this one. This was what I think of as an upset, because when this was revealed to me, I wasn't that impressed. So this is full size. It's a Ryza. It's a lip balm. The scent is vanilla, and it was a little too vanilla for me. I didn't notice a flavor, but it was an upset because I wasn't expecting much. And when I tried it yesterday, I actually enjoyed it. First of all, it has a doe foot, and it's a little sullied. You'll see a little bit of color on it. That's because I tried it right over an Element. And this is a Shades by Shan lipstick I'm wearing now. But I wore it over an Element. That's why I see peach color to it. I was not expecting a doe foot. I thought it would be a tube. And, okay, I'm smelling it. I didn't bother to really smell it yesterday. Plus, my Element lippy had a scent to it. So now I'm smelling it. It's like a vanilla sugar cookie. But yesterday I didn't notice a flavor, but I was wearing it over... The Element had a flavor, now that I think of it. But anyway, I put it on over my Element, just to try it out. And I wore it for a few hours. It's a Glow Lip Balm. Vanilla Dew. And I do like the reviews say it's not sticky. And I wasn't really encouraged by that. But no, it's really actually pretty good. And yes, you do get a lot of lip balms in glam bags. Like that was my initial impression. But then I wore this for a few hours over my Element lippy, and like 5-6 hours later, I come home and I have the urge to reach for my lipstick not lipstick, chapstick. I have a cherry CBD. It's not even a chapstick, but it's a chapstick kind. I had the urge to reach for it to condition my lips, and I felt my lips, and I'm like, no, it doesn't need it. So it's like a long-wearing conditioning. It's actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting much. So Ariza, if I see little eyeshadow quads and minis, I think I've seen that on Ipsy, I might give them a try because I am impressed by how this performed. And also the doe foot in a tube. That was like a huge surprise yesterday. I was like, oh, a doe foot. So that was kind of cool. I like being pleasantly surprised. And I had a feeling I would be, at least for a couple items in this bag. The fifth item, or sixth item, if you include my add-on, is a perfume. And I'm really glad Ipsy's sending me a perfume, to try. So I hoping, maybe in Glam Bag Plus, I'll get to try a full size of Juliet Has a Gun. And I've seen this on Ipsy. And of course, I think it's sold at Sephora too. This is great. This is quality. Can you see that it's below the E? That's because I used about, let me think, 3. I used 3 spritzes yesterday and 2 today. And I love it. It's very subtle. It's partly fruit and part clean. Now, I don't think scent is overwhelming because I don't have a really strong sense of smell. So when I say something's not overwhelming, I'll know dozens of women who will beg to differ. Like, I just know so many people whose scent is, like, really sensitive. And I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. Like, my scent is actually, like, insensitive. So when I say I don't find it overwhelming, maybe that's not really accurate. But Juliet Has a Gun. I think that it's Lily something. It came in a really nice box. I tossed the box away because I have a goal to not keep the boxes that products come in. Like, just don't save them. Just throw them away right away. Because I was saving them for a while, the boxes. So part floral, part clean scent. So I have CK1. That's like a classic scent. That's like one of my. That's the ultimate clean scent. And then the floral part reminds me a little bit of an old school scent that I used to wear as a little kid called Jungle Gardenia. Please hit a like and make a comment if you remember Jungle Gardenia. But that was a floral fragrance that I really loved when I was like 10 years old. But it reminds me of Jungle Gardenia, kind of half-seas, like a little bit, but slightly of Jungle Gardenia and slightly of a clean scent like CK1. And this particular one is Lily. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to cut it short, quick and easy. I got to do that Glam Bag spoilers video. But Glam Bag Choice is like starting tomorrow. So it's like a really last second spoilers video. There's 7 of them. I didn't like them. I might actually complain about spoilers and not report them like so objectively because, oh my gosh, the September spoilers is, oh my god. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. And then look at the zipper pull on this. This is one of my favorite bags. It's more mesh, and it does have a liner. So the Hotel California, right? Hotel Paradise. Reminds me of Hotel California. You can check out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. That's so scary. So let me know what you think of my bushwhacking, all my items. How did you do in Glam Bag? Did you like your August Glam Bag? Did you like the bag itself? Did you like the items you received? And remember, this was the first Glam Bag and Glam Bag Plus that reflected the price increase. So let me know what you think of it given the price increase. I'll see you next time, friends. And that will be soon, the September Glam Bag spoilers. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching this entire video. Here's some more videos up here and down there for you to watch.